I've helped collectors buy and sell millions in rare collectibles. The sale prices in this video are all backed by real data from top auction houses like Heritage. I know what makes coins and currency valuable, and today I'll break it down for you. We're going to be going over 6 extremely rare banknote errors that you really need to be looking out for. Let's start off with this first note that sold for a staggering $13,800 on Heritage auctions. Now this is a 2017 $1 bill that is in really beat up condition. Let me say that the worse condition your banknote's in, the less money it's going to be worth. So that means if you find a bill like this, keep it very safe, flat, do not fold it, because that will decrease the value. Now, why did a bill like this sell for $13,800? Well, here is exactly why. I'll keep this very, very brief. Look at the top right serial number. You see it starts with 5681. Look at the bottom left one. It starts with 7703. It's a mismatched serial number error, and there's a misalignment in the serial number. That's why some of the serial numbers look taller or shorter than others. So if you're going through your pocket change, if you got a few $1 bills just sitting around, check them out. Look at the serial numbers to see if you have a rare one, just like this one that sold for $13,800. Okay, I want you to look at the back of this $2 bill. Now this scene that you see on the back of the bill is the Declaration of Independence signing. And if you didn't know, the United States still produces $2 bills to this day. Now, an area that you should be looking out for is going to be on the back bottom right hand side of the bill. There is going to be a small little number. Now that is the back plate number. Essentially what that means is it tells the employee at the United States Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where they make paper money, where this specific bill is located on a printing plate. Now, why does that matter to you? Well, I'm going to show you the front of a normal $2 bill, and looking at the front of this bill, you're going to see a front plate position. Now, if the front plate position number is bigger than the back plate position number, that could mean that you have what's called a mule note. In this instance, we don't, unfortunately, but it is something to keep an eye on. The reason this bill sold for $16,800 is because the third print, or the overprint, is doubled. So when it comes to printing paper money, if you didn't know, the back of the bill is actually the first printing process. The second print is everything that you see on the front of this bill right now that is not doubled. The third print is going to be the overprint, which is what you see here that is doubled. Now, just so you know, this is one of the most commonly altered $2 bills that we've ever seen. By that, I mean people will see a video like ours and they'll try to replicate this error and sell it online for a lot of money. Third-party grading companies like PMG and PCGS can quickly identify if a bill has been altered. A lot of the time, someone will run the bill through a printer to try to replicate the serial number to cause this error to happen. Just be aware, do not buy any banknote that's worth a lot of money unless it is graded by a third-party grading company like PMG or PCGS, because they have a money-back guarantee that the banknote you have is genuine and the error is legitimate. Anyways, because this third printing is doubled, this one sold for $16,800. Here is a $1 bill from 1988, and it sold for $16,800. And you can see that the condition is not so nice. On the back of the bill, you have a bit of ink going on, but there's a few things going on with this bill. First of all, this is what we call a web note. So web notes were produced in a way that is different than most other banknotes ever. So how do you know if you have a web note? This is how. First of all, your banknote must be from 1988. Second of all, you want to look for any one of these 3 features on your $1 bill. You're going to first notice that Washington's portrait looks a bit washed out. The second place to look is the front plate position. So on normal banknotes, a front plate position will have a letter and a number. On web notes, they only have a number. And the third and final and easiest way to tell if you have a web note is by looking at the back of the bill. You want to be looking to the right of In God We Trust. If you see that your back plate number is located to the right of In God We Trust instead of to the bottom right of the large word 1, then you have a web note. Now, what makes this banknote even more rare is the fact that on top of it being a web note, which is already rare, it is also a mismatched suffix error. So the suffix is the last digit in the serial number, and you can see that at the bottom left there, you have a star, and at the top right, you have the letter L. So these 2 digits, which is the last digit, are mismatched, which is a great thing if you find one, because it sold for $16,000 $22,800. $22,800 for this $5 bill from 1977. Now, looking at the back of the bill, nothing too crazy. You can see that back late position number there in the bottom right hand side. When you flip it over to the front, you'll see that the bill has some doubling on it. Now, let me know in the comments down below, which print is doubled? Is it the first print, the second print, or the third print? Either way, if you find something like this that makes it look like you're a little drunk looking at this bill, you have a very rare $5 bill, and it sold for $22,800. $36,000 even for these two $20 bills. So these are from 1974, and I'm gonna keep this pretty simple, guys. When it comes to printing paper money, the United States will never ever print the same serial number. If they do, it is a complete accident and it's a big issue. They use serial numbers to track how many bills are produced, and if they start duplicating serial numbers, then they are tracking the wrong numbers, and there could be some fishy stuff going on inside the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Now, this is more than likely a legitimate error that should have not happened, but you can see the two bills have the identical serial numbers, which is so unique. If you ever come across something like this, you must contact someone that knows what they're doing, because if you don't, you are going to get taken advantage of for your money. Once again, 40 bucks here worth $36,000. $55,200 for this banknote right here, guys. Now, this banknote is from 1934, okay, and the condition is a 64 ppq, which is telling us that there's not a single fold on this bill. Now, it's only when you flip the bill over you can see that the denomination on one side is different than the other side. So the front you have a $5 bill, and the back you have a $10 bill. Some people will jokingly call this a $15 bill. This is not one that you want to joke around with at the store or try to get $15 from your bank for, because this is a massively collectible banknote that everyone wants to get their hands on if they're in the world of numismatics. Guys, if you come across any of the banknotes that you saw in this video, make sure that you contact someone that knows what they're doing. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one.